Hey everybody, my name is Nate Winters. I'm the Director of Sales and Certified Sommelier here at Troon Vineyard, and today I am with
Nate Wall, the winemaker.
And Michael Wagner, assistant winemaker.
And we wanted to talk to you about one of our new releases. What we have today, that's very exciting. I've been waiting for this for a minute. This is our Ascendant Rosé. And for those of you that know or don't know, the Ascendant Rosé is kind of our most premier rosé style that we make, where it's intended to be in bottle longer and giving some time before we release it. I did not give it time because we'll go into that a little bit. This is a little shy of how long we would like to keep it, but I think it's still showing very delightful and just give you an inkling of how when you get this yourself, you could age it longer depending on your taste. But Nate or Micah, do you want to lead with the rosé?
Yeah, so the 2024 Ascendant Rosé, this is the second or third time we've made this wine, and it is a rosé meant for aging, and that's fairly unique. There's not a whole lot of pink wine that is meant to be, that is meant to improve over time. A lot of that wine is kind of produced in a way to just be, very initially pleasant, like a lot of that kind of just initial, like very kind of the primary fruit and like all of those, initial characteristics, that fruit flavor, really, I'm just totally messing this up. Yeah, so really enjoyable. That's the word I was looking for. Right away.
There it is.
That's it. But there's not necessarily a benefit to aging a lot of those wines. This wine is actually not that. It's actually produced more like in age-worthy white wines, which also there aren't a lot of. I mean, there are more of those than pinks for sure. But anyways, the point is that this is a rosé meant for aging. So this is a 2024 wine that is being released in 2026. It spent 11 months fermenting and aging in neutral oak barrels, like very neutral oak. Like on average, they were around 10 years old. So there's very little oak flavor at all imparted into the wine by that aged barrel. And then it has now been in bottle for 5 months aging. At the time of release, it'll be 5 months. And, while that's kind of a minimum for this wine, you can certainly start appreciating this now. And, there's a lot to like right now. But I do want to tell you that if you can wait another 4, 5, 6 months, it will really start kind of coming into its own. And even a year or slightly more after that, that's kind of like when this wine really hits its sweet spot. So, a rosé meant for aging, but also enjoyable now.
Yeah. And did you say the percentages?
I did not.
Before? Okay. I'm horrible at remembering
There's your cheat sheet.
I set myself up. But 50 Cinsault, 33 Mourvèdre, is that what that is?
Yep.
And 17 Counoise.
Yeah.
So this changes year to year. Like Nate said, we do make this rosé label every year, but we'll go through our blending process, which we talk about often. It's like we'll sit down and say, okay, we're going to do a blending session of all of our rosés, for example, today. And so in 2024, we made a Druid's Pink, this wine, as well as a Mourvèdre Rosé.
Yep.
And so that was really fun because basically you go through and you figure out what all the different vessels, mainly barrels, are going to go into. And so this, we just checked, and it's about 6 barrels that went into this. So that's a very small rosé wine. Same with our Mourvèdre. So we kind of got to play with a lot of different varieties, see what kind of fit this the best. And as Nate mentioned, I mean, trying the 2023 and the 2024, it's like they change so much over time. So we've had this now twice within the same week, and I've had it a few times in the past few months, just kind of wondering how it's tasting after bottling, which was now, you said
5 months.
6 months ago, yeah. And so this will continue to change, but I'm getting a lot of really delicate flavors. The Cinsault is hitting today a little bit more than it was even a few days ago. Mm-hmm. But like Winters mentioned, I feel like this has been a favorite, just a really killer rosé, something you can kind of choose when you're going to enjoy it, and you know it will change with a little more time, but nice lineup of grapes in here.
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you can tell it's a very like light rosé, you know, and many of our wines are, you know, we're not going for super heavy extraction. We're more like when we're at the press, you know, our press fractions have nothing to do with color. They have to do with like the flavors, the acidity. Like we're making the best wine in terms of like the flavor characteristics, and the color vary. That's another like vintage variation is some years like actually the 2025 year that we just finished had more color just in general than the past two vintages. But so color is another vintage variable for year to year. But 2024 Ascendant Rosé is kind of like a, you know, that's like a pink copper kind of color to it. Pretty nice. And the general difference here in terms of Troon's lineup of rosés, like Micah mentioned, we do have like 3 rosés, but this one is going to be like on the richer and the more textural side of things. It's still punchy, you know, like all of our wines are acidity driven. Like we actually pick grapes based on acidity since we don't manipulate anything in the winery. We need the acidity to be correct in the vineyard for balance. But this wine, especially with the Cinsault and the Morvet, actually, both of those lean more into that textural side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like chewy, but it gives your mouth something to do in a good way, like that strawberry cream thing. And like,
getting a lot of that today.
It's so fun. It's so dangerous, and I love that it doesn't look super pink, but when you come in and smell it, you get all those pink fruits and other fruits. So it's kind of like this little mind bender. A lovely wine, nonetheless. My favorite wine, almost my favorite wine from Troon to use for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
You know, so get it now, but sit on it until the fall at least. You know, and that's a good time to start opening them, checking them out. Holiday wine. You know, rosé season doesn't stop when the sun starts getting lower in the sky. Mm-hmm. But all in all, this is one of the wines I look forward to every year coming out. I love rosé. I say it all the time, but you know, tension and texture, and rosés often are flabby or don't have this firm backbone. And I think this wine does for aging, but it also gives you all of those soft edges and approachability that you love in a wine. 140, 150 cases made. This will go pretty quick as well. Be due to us releasing it in February instead of later in the year. So same theme with some of our other wines. We hope you can get it before it's too late. The wine club will take the majority of this wine, but nonetheless, a delicious wine, and look forward to seeing it when the sun comes out a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, y'all, and we'll see you again next time.
Great.
Cheers.
Cheers.